Hello, everybody. My name is Goran. I'm a co-founder and head of product for Rundit. Um, with us is also Pekka. He's also a co-founder and head of sales. And we're going to guide you through the webinar together. In the webinar, we're going to focus on a couple of things. First, about the SEC regulation change and how can Rundit help with the process. We're going to demonstrate Rundit LP reporting capabilities and the platform. And finally, at the end, we're going to have a little bit of time for a Q&A for any question, all the questions you have related to Rundit and LP reporting in general. So let's start with the SEC regulation change. In August 2023, the rules were updated, which included a couple of amendments. One is that all the fund managers are required to provide quarterly statements to investors, which should be standardized and distributed to all their investors. Also, there are a couple of other amendments to obtain an annual audit and to increase fairness in terms of valuations. But in this webinar, we're going to focus on the first part, which is providing quarterly statements where Rundit can really help you. So basically, let's start with the current state of LP reporting. So to be blunt and direct, it's a mess. So we spoke with both GPs and LPs to understand the market and what's the current state. The reports are currently happening very randomly. It can be quarterly, it can be biannually, some never ever report. Data in those reports is not really standardized. And the formats as well. So those reports look like some deliver one email, some deliver a PDF document. It can be a Word document, it can be a PowerPoint presentation, Excel, and so on. From the LP's point of view, that's a really bad situation because they all have their own internal systems and they need to standardize their data regardless. So when they get it in different formats and they get different type of data, it's very hard for them to understand the risks and exposures and analyze the performance of their entire investment portfolio. Also, from the GP's point of view, collecting data is quite a heavy and tiresome task because that data comes from different sources. So part of the reporting would include company-related information, which is portfolio company KPIs and management reports, which is also hard to collect, and they also come in different formats. Also, some part of the data would come from accountant or fund administrator related to the cost of the fund, carries, and so on, management fees. And also some part of the information would come directly from the GPs themselves, which is probably the easiest part of the data to collect, but also collecting that kind of comments and explanations on the performance of each company is also a tiresome task. So how can Rundit help with the entire process? So basically, Rundit can help in two different ways. We provide tools to help you collect the information from, to help GPs collect the information from portfolio companies. We provide you templates where you can standardize the KPI collection and also follow through, remind companies, chase companies, make sure that they report. In case you get that data in some other formats, we give you a lot of tools where you can import that data in an easy manner into the system and kind of have a standardized and unified storage of all the data from your portfolio, which means that you can manage the entire portfolio in one place. You can actually add transactions, you can calculate returns, you can calculate and assess your exposure, your risk. You can analyze performance of companies, have dashboards, and so on. So you can do a lot of things in terms of analytics, and also we help you collect that data in the first place. But then in the end, all that data that you actually collect via Rundit can be easily distributed in the format of a digital LP report. So I'm proud to say that we believe we have the best LP report functionalities in the market because we decided to go into the direction of having a very LP-friendly LP report. It was created together with the LPs to understand their use case and to understand the GP's point of view and create an LP report that actually facilitates the needs of both parties. So it's an interactive web presentation, which doesn't require any logins, any passwords from the LP's point of view. It's very easy to create, very easy to distribute. It's basically a secure link that you share via email to all your LPs. If the emails is approved from your party that they have the access rights, they can access the report. Having it digital instead of a digital version of a physical document like PDF or Word makes the branding and your professionalism really shine. So you can include your colors, you can include your fonts, you can use all the power of the digital world in terms of animation, background images, so that report can really showcase your brand, it can showcase your professionalism, and at the same time, it can be distributed in the same manner as you would distribute a PDF document, basically share an email, and then all your LPs can access the link in an email in a very easy way, so they can access it anywhere. Also, creating of the report is very easy via Rundit. It's a matter of clicking a button and filling up the form, and you can customize the content to have a very standardized data set in it and follow the regulations of ILPA or EIF or whatever regulations you want to follow. So Pekka will actually demonstrate how Rundit in practice can help you collect the data required for the report, how can you use Rundit to manage your portfolio, and how can you easily create an LP report and actually distribute to other investors. Pekka, this is your time.
Yes, thank you, Goran.
Should I stop my sharing?
Yes, I'm taking it over now. Right. Yeah. So, hi everyone. So I'm gonna showcase now Rundit platform. I'm gonna give you like quick go through the whole platform. What we have in here. I'm not gonna go through like exactly how to enter transactions, for example, and how to input the data for the portfolio companies, for example. But so if you want to see that, then we book a like additional call to go through the full demo. But today we're going to go through the high level, the whole platform, and then we are going to focus on the actual LP report, which is the most important topic of today. Okay, so we can start from the investments overview page. I call that this is like sort of like a home base of all your investment data. So this is the dashboard view where you can see all your portfolio company data. One of the key elements of Rundit platform is that very traditionally when all the teams has used to manage the data in the Excels, somebody always needs to ask something from someone. So there has to be some person who is responsible for updating, for example, the Excel. And then somebody needs to create, for example, some presentation from all this data there. In Rundit, one of the key elements here is that all your team members are invited here. They all have access to this data. So this brings the transparency there in place. So all your team members, they have access to this data. All your team members has got access to all these dashboards. Everything here is fully customizable. So you can create these different kind of cards here. You can fully customize all the charts here. So you can have as many charts as you like. You have in this case, you have all the investment related KPIs here. You can choose how you want it to be displayed and so on. So you can fully customize all this, what you see here. And you can always check the data here, like in the fund level. So if you have multiple funds, or when you have multiple funds, you can check everything in the fund level, or you can go also in the company level. So you can always check the data also in the company level, or you can compare the companies, or however you want to have it. Okay, where does this data come to the dashboard? Is here. So this is the place where you manage all your transactions. So here's all your portfolio companies, and here we provide you all the outputs. So at a time you can choose 7 of these. So I have chosen all these ones now, which are crossed here. And what this means now is that here you manage all your transactions. So here you manage all your investments, if or when you do valuation updates, if the companies, if they issue more shares and so on. So here you have all the transaction level data, and if there happens any changes, for example, in the cap table. Okay, so how this works is that here you input all the equity investments, for example. So there's a very easy flow where you add all the information regarding this particular funding round in this case. There's equity investments, convertible notes, saves, and all this. So you can manage basically everything there. You can also manage that, of course, that when there's a valuation update, so if you want to update your fair value, we track all these valuation changes there. If they issue more shares, if there's rounds where you don't participate, we track everything there. And always, for example, your ownership percentages is up to date. Okay. From all this data, which we can see here, or when you input the data when you are making the transactions, then you can also track in the capital allocation. You can see that in which companies you have invested, what's the split from the whole portfolio, in which industries you have invested, fully customizable industries, in which stage you went in, so your initial investment stage, when you can label your companies, so you can track everything by the label, everything by the country. You can track also your co-investors, how much they have invested, individuals and other VCs, what's the weight between the initial and follow-on tickets, and then you can track also everything by the currency. Then one of the things which is really hard to track, and nowadays you need to track it, or at least you need to start to track it, is the diversity. So this is something which is quite hard to manage in the spreadsheets. In Rundit, this comes automatically from the founder profile. So either the founders input this data for you, or you manage it yourself. So you can track everything by gender, race, nationality, and education. Okay, so this is the investment side. Then there is then when we go to the company level, so here's again all your portfolio companies. You can split them in different industries. You can label them, and you can also split from multiple entities to one company. You can always see the data in the fund level or in the all the funds combined. When we go to the company profiles, it looks like this. So first page here is the summary view. Here's the basic information of the company, latest qualitative reports, your investment data, co-investors, files of the company. Very important function that also Goran mentioned, that what is one of the biggest time savers for our customers is that you run also all your internal commenting inside the tool. So nobody needs to track in the quarterly basis from people's computers that where you have all the notes. So if you sit on the board or you want to do the board notes, you can do it internal. You can do it inside the platform here. And then of course also the LP report comments. Then there is the company level metrics tracking, so KPIs, fully customizable, whatever you want to have here. So you can actually build this template that, well, all the companies has got the same template. Or then if you want to go in the company level that you want to have that, there's like company level different metrics for different companies, you can do that as well. So we provide you like hundreds of metrics here. So there's basically everything there. So if you would like to know their EBITDA, for example, then you choose that, and then you choose that in which companies you want this to be applied to. So fully customizable metrics template. And as Goran also mentioned, that you can import the data here, that you can manually import, you can copy paste it, you can import everything with the Excel import, and you have a Google Sheets integration. In Rundit, you can decide that if you want to invite the companies to Rundit or not. So you don't have to invite them, you can fully manage the data yourself. The companies wouldn't even know that you are using Rundit. But if you do want to invite them, then it means that they have their exactly the same metrics template on their side. So then they have their own interface where they can provide all the reporting. So this you can choose whether you want to invite them or not. Then when we go further, there's all the automated dashboards for all the company level data, fully customizable, whatever you want to have here. So you can fully manage these as you want. Then different analytics in the company level. There's the company level investments. There you have the comments. Then there's the reports, which are qualitative reports. So the companies can give you qualitative updates and so on. When we go to the fund level, so there you have, or portfolio level, here's again all your portfolio companies, and here's all the KPIs coming from all the portfolio companies. So we collect the data from the portfolio company profiles, we aggregate it for you guys, and then you have everything in a consolidated way. And so again, your portfolio companies, we compare all the periods automatically for you. So we calculate you the differences. You can always check the data in the monthly level, in quarterly level, annual level. And then we provide also automatically all the charts for this. So you can fully customize the chart views here as well. You can also, what you can do is that you are tracking the data in the, you can build these bubble charts, but then also what is one of the key things there is that, that if the companies are invited, they get also automated reminders. So there's automated reminders, and then you can start to remind them as much as you want. So if they are still not providing you the data, this is the place where you can start to basically spam them that please provide me those reports. And here you can track also that you can see that which companies are still missing the reports there. Right. So then you can also, before we go to this actual today's topic, which is the LP report, let's go through this quickly. So you can also export all the data, of course, in the Excels. So how this works is that Rundit is the single source of truth where you manage all the data. And then if and when you want to slice and dice the data in your spreadsheets, then you export it out. So we provide you like different kind of exporting models there. Right. So now today's topic is that how you create the most easy way LP reports. And so what we created, like Goran said, was that we have created these interactive LP reports, which you can share with your LPs, like in a way that they don't need to sign up anywhere, they don't need to remember any passwords, but they can actually see the most beautiful LP report in the market, which looks like this. So digital presentations, fully customizable LP reports, meaning that you can fully customize these kind of reports. So whatever you want to have here. So in this case, there is like intro text, intro letter for your LPs. Then we go in the fund level. I go this through in a minute, that how all this fund level data also gets into the system and into this report. But the point is that there is like everything here included. So you can, like Goran explained, there's all the animations. This is like going through like regular websites. It's totally something else that none of your LPs has ever used to receive. So if everybody normally receives PDFs and Word documents and Excels, in this case, they can actually browse the data in this beautiful interactive way. There's everything there. So there's all your fund level or your fund information. So you have everything there. And then we go further, and there's everything related to your fund performance, cash flows, and so on. But before we go further, let me show you that how these reports are created. So when we go and create this LP report, so let's say that we can now create Q2. We are a bit late actually with this one now. Q2 LP report, and so all this portfolio summary, individual portfolio company performance, and fund information, these comes automatically from the platform. Then how the fund performance comes in is with Excel import. And the reason for this is that when you, or most of the funds, they have a fund administrator or they have a fund accountant, which is not inside the company. So then they are managing anyways the fund level data in their own systems. So in Rundit, you don't need to manage that inside the tool, but you can actually get this fund performance data with Excel import to the LP report. So how this works is that we generate the Excel template like this. So we generate that in here, like this, which looks like this. So there you have an empty template, and only thing basically that you need to do is that you just share this Excel template with your fund account. There's all the built-in formulas here, so we calculate you automatically all the outputs. This is fully customizable. You can fully customize these, whatever you want to have there. But the point is that you just insert the data on these yellow fields, and then it looks like this. So when you fill the data there, then we calculate you all these outputs here on the white fields. So there's everything there. For example, on this one, you can add more rows here. So if you have more fees that you want to have included on the LP report, you just add more rows there, and then those will be included on the report. Okay, so how this works is that we just upload this Excel file here like this. And now we have this data in this LP report builder here. So there you have everything inside the tool now for the LP report. And so this is the place where you can still, of course, double check all the data here if everything is, or if everything is correct, and then you can still tweak it if you need to. And then when you are used to create presentations with PowerPoint or Notion or other tools, in Rundit, how you create the report like this, you just pick and choose whatever you want to have there included. So you can just choose the toggles here, that which ones you want to turn on and which ones off. There's everything there. So basically, whatever you need to have there included. If you want to have the text sections, you can add those there, fully customizable. And the point for this, or the key thing here, is that when you do this setup once, then everything is saved for you for the next time. So next time when you do this, only thing that you need to do is that inside the tool, you just add the comments, the company level comments, and then the fund level or portfolio level comments. The only thing that you need to do is update that. If you want to highlight something, you can highlight stuff. Highlighting means this. So if you want to lift some information out there, so you can add those ones there. If you want to add charts, you can fully customize the charts, working exactly the same way as inside the Rundit platform. So there's everything there. When we go further, and we can go even on the company level. So there is also, if you want to share with your LPs also the company level data, you can go that far in here as well. But you can choose, you don't have to, of course. But then it means that if you are used to now create like tier sheets, one pages from each portfolio company, very easily you can do it also here. So you can basically do similar type of reports as you are doing now, but in the digital form, and everything, basically all the data comes automatically from Rundit platform, so you don't need to stitch it together from different data sources. And what Goran explained on this on his introduction was that we want to provide the data in the form that it's easy for the LPs to have it to their own systems. When we spoke with a big amount of LPs, different size, starting from the size of banks and individuals and everything from between, the feedback was that when because we were asking them that how do you feel about LP portals and how do you feel about PDFs? A vast majority of them, almost all of them, said that we hate LP portals. The reason for this is that, for example, one family office said that we have invested to almost 60 funds, and the thing that we need to do after every single quarter is that we sign into every single LP portal separately. Then what we do get from them is PDFs, and then I need to handpick the data one by one from the PDFs to my own Excels and to my own systems. So what we did was that we provide automatically all the Excels to support this data here, what you have chosen here. So these Excels are generated depending what you have chosen previously there. You can also upload their other files, so you can add their attachments. So then if you want to add their impact reports, whatever you want to add there. Then we are already choosing the colors. Fully customizable again. So whatever you want to have there, if you want to use preset colors, you can use preset colors. If you want to go custom colors, you can use custom colors. So then you just add your color codes there. You can do this in dark theme, you can do this in light theme. And then what you can do is that also you can use your own fonts. So you can add your own fonts there, or you can use preset fonts. So fully customizable, make it like as your brand is. You can choose if you want to use the background images, you can add your logo, of course, and so on. And now basically we have already created the full LP report. Takes no time. And in this case, our report looks like this. Q2 LP report. And this is what you saw already on the first demo LP report. But here we have it. So we have all the fund level data. We go further. This was the highlighting bit. Fund highlights, fully customizable, of course. So after every quarter, you can create all these new text fields in there. There you have your fund level information. And then we go to the fund level data. Fund performance table, everything there. NAVs, all that. Cash flows. Then we go to the capital accounts. All the capital account information there. And then we go to the costs and fees, all this. Then when the LP goes further, we go to the portfolio level. So all this portfolio level data comes automatically from the platform. So when you manage this data inside the tool, so you manage all your transactions, all that, valuations, everything comes automatically from there to this beautiful report. I showed you that you can create all these charts, fully customizable, and then we go to the company level. So now here's all your portfolio companies. And if you are used to create those tier sheets and one pages, so here you can go, this is your one pager, so you can see that this company called Cover Me Not, based in San Francisco. Here's the basic information of the company. These are your comments of the company, investment details, valuation updates, if there is any, and so on. And then you can go again in the company level. So if you choose to, if you want to share any of the company level metrics, KPIs with your LPs, you can do that as well here. So, and then when you go further, all your portfolio companies are here, which you chose to have, of course, included there. And then there's the transaction data. This comes, of course, automatically from Rundit. And then we go to the attachments. So here's all the Excels, and 100% your LPs will love this. So if you are used to send them PDFs, in this case, these Excels are created automatically, so they can actually get the data very easily to their own Excels and to their own systems. So there you have everything which is included on the report. Now, how this report is shared is that you just add here all the email addresses of the LPs. Then you write them an email. You set them expiration date if you want to have it, or no expiration date. Expiration date, there's already now funds using it for the fundraising. So when they are using for the fundraising, they set the expiration date. And then if it's regular LP reporting, then maybe not. And then when you send this, what they do is what Goran already explained, was that they receive receive an email that you've been invited to see this LP report, or whatever you want to put on the email there. And then when they click the link, accept, they set they add their email address, and this email address is then checked with the platform, so they can't share that report with anyone. So it's a secure link. So there's two-step verification there. So we confirm the email, and then they get the confirmation email, and with that confirmation email they get to the actual report. So there's two-step verification, but they don't need any passwords. They don't need to do signups, or they just sign in with that email invitation. Then you can start to track also what this allows, that you can start to actually track who is actually reading your reports. So you can start to get this kind of data that you normally don't receive with when you are just emailing them Excels and PDFs. So full LP report in completely different way that any of your LPs has used to receive the report. So I hope you like it, and I think now it would be time for the natural time for the questions. So Q&A. Yes. So and the point that you need to start to provide for the LPs. You need the equal information for them, and also that you are providing the valuations. So your fund level valuations, and then in the company level as well.
Yes, it's also like, because the SEC regulations, they basically ask you to deliver the reports on a quarterly basis. So that's the part where Rundit helps. Also with the valuations, we help you calculate and evaluate companies. But then when it comes to SEC regulations, it's more about openness and fairness about the valuation itself, which is not really something that we cover in that sense. It's more about delivering the reports and calculating those valuations and inputting yourself. So that's the part where we actually cover. The part where it's like open about valuations, that's something that is done outside of the platform, I guess.
Thank you, Nate, for the question. In the next few days, when after small editing of the recording, we're going to share the recording with you, and I would be happy to schedule a call, for example, for the next week, and have a more thorough demo from the whole tool. So please let me know if you would be interested in having a more thorough demonstration. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Yes, yes.
All right, I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.